fun with this. Invite us to your board meeting, your restaurant gathering, or even another fundraiser.
100% of your donation to our Oompa Surprise campaign will go to the Marion County Literacy Council and help us win this year's Kiss the Horse for Literacy campaign.
So call me and schedule a date. Call me here at WOCA Thesaurus at 732-8000.
Just one more way WOCA Thesaurus is reaching out to Ocala and Marion County to make this the best community possible.
Ocala's information station, 1370 WOCA.
Ocala.
Come on, come on, come on.
All right, 23 minutes before 9 o'clock. What a beautiful looking Friday morning. Hope you're doing well. It's time for News Bites. This is the portion of AM Ocala Live during which we read the news. We read a shortened version of the news. We'll tell you which news agencies we're reading from so that you can go online and read the full story for yourself if you're interested. Our main goal is to get as much news in this segment as possible so that you can keep up with the news without trying to spending your whole day trying to do that and get on and live your own life, your own news. The first story is actually from USA Today. The co-pilot blamed for deliberately crashing a German airliner into the Alps had concealed an illness from his employers on the day of the tragedy, according to a statement from German prosecutors. Police found a torn-up note or medical certificate from Andreas Lubitz's doctor when they searched the Dusseldorf home of the 27-year-old co-pilot on Thursday. A statement from the prosecutor's office in Dusseldorf said the documents indicate an existing disease and appropriate medical treatment. The medical note and other documents regarding the need for an extensive medical leave led authorities to assume preliminarily that the deceased had concealed his illness to the employer and the professional field, the statement said. The statement did not disclose the nature of the illness, although the German media reported that he may have suffered from depression. German Wings Airlines, a subsidiary of Lufthansa Airlines, refused to comment on the new information. According to the Associated Press, Lufthansa previously said Lubitz was 100% fit to fly.
Florida U.S. Representative Corinne Brown, the ranking member on the House Veterans Affairs Committee, introduced a bill in her chamber to make permanent a successful psychiatric and psychological counseling pilot program run by the Department of Veterans Affairs for newly returned women veterans. The measure was introduced yesterday, and its introduction follows the release of a report by the Veterans Health Administration showing that this limited 2-year pilot program run by the Readjustment Counseling Service has measurably helped returning women veterans. Brown said she was particularly impressed by this program since she had read in various surveys that the participants reported experiencing a marked decrease of post-traumatic stress symptoms. Veterans in the program also dramatically increased their coping skills, including understanding how to develop support systems and how to access available resources at the VA and in their communities as they re-enter civilian life. VHA has run 6-week-long retreats in 2 years in which post-9/11 women veterans, most of them combat veterans, are brought together in groups of about 20 in outdoor settings. The retreats were therapeutic tools targeting relief of severe post-traumatic stress. Brown's legislation provides the VA with permanent authority to extend the program using the same measurements and eligibility requirements. The VA must submit a report to Congress every 2 years on the program, reported by the Florida News Network.
From the Christian Science Monitor, an apparent gas explosion leveled an apartment building, partially destroyed another, and launched rubble and shards of glass across streets in the heart of Manhattan's trendy East Village yesterday, injuring at least a dozen people. Smoke could be seen and smelled for miles. Restaurant diners ran out
of their shoes. Restaurant diners ran out of their shoes, and bystanders helped one another to escape the mid-afternoon blast, which damaged 4 buildings as flames shot scores of feet into the air. Passers-by were hit by debris and flying glass, and bloodied victims were aided as they sat on sidewalks and lay on the ground. It was terrifying, absolutely terrifying, said Bruce Finley, who was a visitor from San Antonio, Texas, who had just taken a photo of his order at a restaurant known for its French fries when he felt the explosion next door. It just happened out of the blue. We were shaking even an hour and a half later.
Rocket and mortar attacks by Palestinian militant groups during last summer's conflict in Gaza amounted to war crimes, Amnesty International is quoted as saying. Militants displayed a flagrant disregard for the lives of civilians during the 50-day war. 6 civilians in Israel and 13 Palestinians are believed to have been killed as a result of such attacks. Hamas, which dominates Gaza, said Amnesty's report contained many inaccuracies and false allegations. The conflict left a total of at least 2,189 Palestinians dead, including more than 1,486 civilians. On the Israeli side, 67 soldiers were killed along with the 6 civilians reported by the UN. This is a story from the BBC.
Next story is going to upset you. The story is from CNN. A former nurse's aide will not face murder charges for allegedly cutting and removing an unborn baby from the mother's womb. That, according to Boulder County, Colorado prosecutor Stanley Garrett in a statement issued yesterday. The mother, Michelle Wilkins, answered a Craigslist ad for baby clothing on March 18th. When she arrived at the purported seller's home in Longmont, she was attacked, beaten, cut open, and her fetus was removed. The baby did not survive. Wilkins was treated at a hospital and later released. The alleged attacker, 34-year-old Danelle Lane, is being held on a $2 million bond. After the attack, prosecutors said it may be hard to muster a murder charge. Colorado state law does not recognize a fetus as a person unless it is capable of surviving for a period of time outside the womb. But the extent of the period that the fetus must survive in order to be defined as a baby is not legally clear. Lane's husband, David Ridley, told police he found the baby on the day of the attack in a bathtub, taking a breath. A Republican lawmaker from Colorado is facing rising outrage after he refused to apologize for comments on his evangelical YouTube program attributing the heinous death of an unborn child cut out of a pregnant woman's stomach as an act of God.
A group called the Florida New Majority is calling on Florida state lawmakers to make voting a fundamental right in the Sunshine State. Most people assume that's already a right, but Monet Holder says the politicians in Tallahassee keep gaming the system to suppress the vote. She said most of the obstacles to voting were the result of policies that disproportionately affect people of color. Her quote, "The need to protect the fundamental right to vote is more urgent," unquote. Bills have been filed in the Florida House and Senate that would make it easier to vote and prevent government from putting up any new barriers, but GOP leaders will not allow them to be heard in committee. The same thing happened last year and the year before, according to Holder, reported by the Florida News Network.
And from Fox News, President Obama has evidently committed himself to using the remaining 22 months of his presidency to permanently alter the trajectory of U.S. foreign policy, trading 5 Islamist commanders for a single soldier now accused of deserting his comrades is something the administration still says was a good move. It sounds kind of crazy to say, but put in a larger context, while the president has worked against the idea of creative destruction in the American economy, he's been an enthusiast for the idea when it comes to foreign policy. That story again from Fox News. We have to take a little break and catch up on the weather forecast and some commercial announcements, and then we'll be back with more News Bites. This is The Source, WOCA Ocala.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. It'll be mostly cloudy and breezy today with a couple of showers and a thunderstorm, the high 76 to 80. Clearing skies tonight, breezy and cooler, the lows ranging from the mid-40s in a few inland spots to the mid-50s at the coast. Sunshine, breezy and chillier tomorrow, the high 66 to 70. Sunday, sunny but quite cool, high 66 to 70. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Hi, Matt Wilkerson here, your mobile Verizon rep. But not just here, I'll deliver the phone to you in your home. While I'm there, I'll only sell you what you need and I'll personalize it to you. Want to have me get you connected? Then call me at 352-528-0020. I even offer unlimited home phone service for just $20 per month. Just call me, your mobile Verizon rep, at 352-528-0020.
Hi, I'm Leah Caruso with Strive Rehabilitation, inviting you to join me Thursday at 11 a.m. for Health Matters. Ocala Health and Strive have teamed up to bring you the latest information on good health services available to you right here at home. This vital information will help you make informed decisions about your health. So don't forget to join me here at 11 a.m. Thursday. It's news you can use from Ocala Health, Strive, and your friends here at WOCA.
Hi, I'm Seth with AA Lock, Dock, and Security. Have you ever thought about the locks or security on your house or business? Have you ever wondered why the keys to your new car cost so much? Well, at AA Lock, Dock, and Security, we can help with securing your valuables. We can even replace those expensive transponder keys. We can give you the knowledge that no one else will. Call AA Lock, Dock, and Security at 867-1965. That's 867-1965.
Your weekends are getting a little retool.
Swear to God, not making a joke.
Check this out.
New shows? Check. Some new talent? Check. Let's welcome the guys.
Let's get it going.
Arnie Spanier.
Unbelievable.
TJ Reeves.
This is what you get.
Your weekends are on fire.
Because that's how exotic it is.
One of the most common questions those nearing retirement are asking, will I outlive my money? Retirement questions like these and many more will be answered every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. on Planning for a Better and Safer Retirement with hosts Francois and Julian Pozenet. Francois and Julian will help you put your retirement puzzle together. Catch Planning for a Better and Safer Retirement Saturdays at 9 a.m. on Ocala's News Talk, The Source 96.3 FM and 1370 AM.
All right, 12 minutes before 9 o'clock. Nice looking Friday. Let's continue with News Bites. The next story is a showbiz story. The actor Craig T. Nelson will return as coach after 18 years. That's right. NBC has announced a follow-up sitcom to Nelson's series Coach, which aired on ABC from 1989 to 1997. And Nelson is returning as Coach Hayden Fox. Nelson recently wrapped 6 seasons on Parenthood as the Braverman patriarch who died in the final episode. According to The Hollywood Reporter, the coach return has been discussed for months. Toward the end of Parenthood, Nelson told the magazine he was unsure about reviving the role. We're talking about it. I'm really